What about the leaders' debate last night on Channel 9? What did you make of that? A lot of people scoring it narrowly for either Peter Dutton or Anthony Albanese.
Yeah, I found it as tough as did the journalists, both on the Nine panel and in the newspapers today, to call it. It was very, very close. Again, they both acquitted themselves, I think, very, very well. I think maybe we're scoring it the wrong way. I mean, Albanese only need to play safe. Like, we're the last 5 minutes in the game now. Albo's, 8 points in front. He needs to just run down the clock, and I think he did that very, very well. Peter, of course, has to be more innovative, more exciting. He needs to try a few things, and I think he did that well last night too. But again, there were no big mistakes from either of them, and I've said it before, I don't think these debates count for much unless someone makes a big mistakes and it goes viral the next day.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think with the polls as they are, Peter Dutton really needed to thump Anthony Albanese, put him right back on his haunches at some stage, and he didn't do that. They just had a good willing contest. Here's both of them sprouting off about political lies.
Bulk billing was in free fall because the incoming Liberal government, the last time they won, ripped $50 billion out of the hospital system. This minister, when Peter was the health minister, tried to introduce a GP tax which would have abolished bulk billing altogether. You ripped $80 billion out of those two items in 2014.
Prime Minister, you couldn't lie straight in bed, honestly. This is unbelievable.
You can go to abuse.
No, well, it's just,
go to personal
the reality.
Abuse. That's a sign of desperation, Peter, frankly.
As he's lying.
That's a sign of desperation.
Yeah, now Peter Dutton also pointed out that the $600 billion figure for nuclear is dodgy as all get up, about 5 times what it really is. With this sort of debating and these sorts of falsehoods being put about, how do voters actually work out fact from fiction?
Well, they can't, other than to rely on commentators like you and journalists writing in the newspapers every day. I mean, when they start talking about budget projections over the 10-year period, it's a bit like lies, damn lies and statistics. So they both can be absolutely right at the same time while arguing a different case. And it's impossible for people at home who don't really understand and shouldn't be expected to understand how the budget works. It's impossible for them to come to a conclusion. So from the perspective of the candidates, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad.
Yeah, now let's talk about the outcome. I think the polling is so messy and the swings and roundabouts in various seats and states are going to vary so much that anything is possible. But with that caveat, everything points to what you've talked about from the get-go, and that is the probability of a Labor minority government.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm not walking away from that prediction yet, but I have to say that as each day goes by, it looks more likely or more possible for Albo to secure a majority. It's been a pretty bad campaign for the coalition. I have to say they started, in a good position. Not much has gone right for them, and I have to say Albo's had a little bit of luck along the way too. I don't think he denied that.
Yeah, I think some of the distractions have been good for him, but he really has campaigned a lot more confidently than he did last time, that's for sure. Mind you, he didn't set a very high bar last time at all. Thanks very much for joining us, Joel. I appreciate it. Joel Fitzgibbon there, the former Labor Defence Minister.